Hi everybody, it's Jeff. This is going to be part 16 of the Thunder Model Scammell transporter build in 1/35 scale. I did something just a little while ago I should have done a long time ago. Took about a minute. I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. Anyway, luckily we came through the spill pretty much unscathed. Anyway, let's hope today is a little less eventful. All right, guys, let's go down the bench. I'm still working on little bits and pieces, kind of trying to get the frame completely finished, and so we can get that part, assembled, and then we can start working on the cab. I probably won't do a whole lot of painting until I start putting pieces of the cab together, where I have to do like interior painting and that kind of thing. But let's go down to the bench and I'll show you where we're at. Be right back. Thanks. Okay. Well, you saw this, but let's hope that it keeps things from spilling. Okay. Here's where we left off. I'm probably going to be replacing this little piece of plastic rod here with a piece of wire. These don't really fit very good. The length is wrong on them, and they're kind of square, and I think that they probably should be round. So I'll look into that off camera and see what I can do. There was a couple of pretty good gaps. Not really gaps. The parts fit fine, but the way the molding is, the edges were kind of curved, so it left a place that needed to be filled. So I've just done this. I put the super glue on it in the accelerator, and I'll have to sand those, smooth them up a little bit. Just wanted to show you. Let's see where I put it real quick. I'm starting to get a lot of little boxes of a lot of little parts. There's the differential. Okay, and the way this will go together, the differential will go in here. Whoops, turn it over. Okay, so the differential will set in here, and then this part here goes in that slot. Okay, so it'll go kind of like they're going to be snug. I haven't actually tested this, but that's how it's going to go, like that. Okay, and then the pin will go through and hold it all in place. So these will be able to swivel. There is no real, there is a spring on here. I'm sure that thing's really, really stiff, but this gives the vehicle lots and lots of suspension travel, and that was the idea behind doing the suspension like this and also having this move like this. Okay. So this would go in here also. They're nice and snug. Like I say, this is the first time I've actually tried it. This one's actually going to take some fitting. Yeah, I'll have to do a little sanding. This is too wide to fit in there like it's supposed to. So I'll compare the two sides and do a little, spend a little time with a sander and get everything fitting real nice. But that's kind of how that's going to lay out. Okay. So I'll sand these and see if they need any more filling, and then I'll look into seeing if I have a piece of wire that's close to that size, and I'll look into replacing those. Okay. So let's go to the instructions real quick. I wanted to let me find where I was at here. I've got a few more parts that need to be cut off, but let's go to here. Okay. Surprisingly, these parts were all on the same sprue. F17, F18, F21, and 22, and 29. Okay, and I've got them all right here. Let's see here. Okay, let's go back. Here they all are right here. Now, there were some ejector pins marks on the inside of these. They were very, very minor. A few of them were recessed, a few of them were raised, and I just was able to sand them out, no problem. There is a little hole right here. I don't know if you can... There's a little hole right here. We need to make sure we don't accidentally fill that, because that's going to fit. And this pin's going to fit in there like that. So we want to make sure that doesn't get filled up with anything. These are actually going to glue to this side of the frame back here in the back. And there's a couple of locating marks for them right here. Okay, so I can go ahead and glue those on, and then we're going to have to build up this little bit of stuff here. I might want to glue, let's see, is that going to be, I'm just thinking about, I think I'll be okay gluing both those on and then slipping that in from here. Got a number of things to fit. I think that'll be all right. Give that a chance to set up a little bit. Okay. It's like a subframe, I guess you'd call it. Okay. It's really good. Okay, that's the way that goes. Okay, let's give that a minute to set up. We can look at this. This little pulley is in two pieces, and there was 3 ejector pin marks on the inside of each of these. So you need to sand those smooth to get this to fit together correctly. And it is keyed also. Matter of getting it in the right place. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, let's see. Not sure. I imagine the hole should line up. Make sure I'm going the right direction. And they're not lining up real good. This little pin here in alignment with 2 holes, and the little slots in alignment with 2 holes. When you put them together, there we go, just like that. And I don't want to get too much glue on the white tack or it'll get all gummy. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing my little real short spill video. I almost didn't put one up. Thought, well, it's kind of entertaining. We'll go ahead and do it. Okay. Hopefully those have said enough that they'll be okay. These go in some little slots down in here. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Let's see what we can do. So, once again, it'll be difficult for you guys to see what I'm doing. That's going to have to go in there at an angle. Okay. Let me sand that at just a slight angle. Might make the fit a little bit better. Let's see, that's going to go this way, so I want to go this direction. Yeah, maybe a little. May help a little. Okay. I'm really curious to see what other people that watch my videos are building on their benches. If they're building anything at the current time. I'd really be curious to hear from you guys. Let me know. A few of you have and mentioned what you're building. There's I think a couple of people building this along with me. I know there's a couple people building my or building the whole tractor like I built a while back. Well, I don't know if you guys are all armor builders or if you like all kinds of things. Just kind of curious. Okay. I think I might have to give that a second to set up. Yeah, this is going to have to give it just a minute before I go moving things around. Let's set that aside and we'll work on something else for a couple minutes. Okay, I've got some other things good to go here. So this goes, let's see, let me go back to the directions. See, we're putting this together right now, and then this will go down inside the frame. And it'll actually glue to a couple of slots down inside of here. But what I was going to do now, anything marked in yellow I've got pulled aside here. Here's a little pulley, excuse me, and another little bracket to put together that are over here on this side. And then I've got a bracket here, B40, that puts this gear together. So let's go ahead and work on that. And here's the pulley. Where is my tweezers? Here's the little pulley and the bracket. And here's the other bracket for the winch. This, hang on a second. I had Jordan in my lap a little bit ago. Left a little calling card, a few hairs. Okay. This goes in this slot. Little pulleys and things all over this. I guess it's so they can direct the winch to whatever place they need. And this I'll put in here and I'll glue it in. It doesn't need to turn, it just needs to be centered. That's where that goes. I can't really see if it's in the right spot or not. There we go. There we are. Okay. That's in place. I'll put pictures of this stuff up as I'm doing it, or as I'm, at the very end. Okay, one other thing on here that I ran into, this, let's go ahead and do this first. Another strange piece, C27 on step 8. I'm sorry I'm jumping around the instructions so much, but this is kind of what makes sense to me. C27 goes across the frame, and it's got a couple of little tabs here and here that it's set on. This frame is twisted just a little bit, and it doesn't quite fit correctly. Okay, so it's supposed to go here, but it's just a little too long. I don't want to cut it off. What I want to do is I want to flex the frame just the tiniest little bit to get that to fit. But I don't want to have to sit here and hold this until the glue sets. So let's see if we can't flex it with this. Let's see, let's go this way. We'll flex it out just a little tiny little bit with this. That's about all it's going to take, I think, to get this to line up where we want it. Let's see. That side is. This needs to go out just the tiniest. Right there. To get it to go where I want it to. So that way I can just leave it set until it's cured. I don't think it'll hurt a thing. This part will be under a slight bit of tension, but as soon as I glue the winch in, the winch will share the tension with it. I just want to make sure everything is in the correct location. Okay, That's where it should be. If you can see it or not. It's right here. I have no idea what it does. It's a little arm and it's got a spring on it. But I'm going to leave this under tension for a little while. The winch is going to sit right here, and we'll be putting that on before you know it. So let's leave that alone and let the glue cure on it. And then we can come over here. This is the winch, and I need another part. Let's see, that's the fifth wheel. There's the little bracket I'm looking for. And this. Okay. There's a couple of little bitty holes here that'll glue in. And I want to make sure that's turned the correct direction. Okay, and then this is going to be, if I did it all correctly, it's going to be right here. Okay. Okay. Another piece of the winch done. Okay, and this will be over here. I'm not sure yet exactly. Oh. Come on, it'll sit there. Okay. I guess it only attaches to the top. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on. So it'll attach here. And in the right direction, that's going to connect to the drive shaft. I think. See, this is going to set at a slight angle. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I can still see a little, I don't know if there's another part goes in there or not. I'll have to look. There's a little bit of scratches and things from where I scraped out that big ejector pin mark earlier. Okay, that's pretty much got the winch finished except for that mark there I need to look at. And I can't set it on the frame quite yet because I've got the winch in the way, or the clamp in the way. Let's go ahead and set this someplace and we'll let it all set up nice. Okay, let's get back to this. Sorry if I'm jumping around a bunch and trying to accomplish. That's going to go on there. And this is going to go here. Okay. Whoops. I wasn't going to glue that pulley in, but I might have to. Come on. It's not like it would hurt anything if it was glued in. Okay, I guess I will glue it. Just trying to get it to fit as good as I can. Okay, and now there's two tabs on the bottom of that, so they're going to have to fit in here. So let's see if we can get that all together. Oh, well, that should be good enough by now. Okay, that pins in, that pins in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Little bit of adjusting. Oops. Should get it. Whoops, come on. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I will give you a picture. And those can be... Okay, that fits really, really well. Okay. Okay. And then this is going to go right on top of it. All that work. I guess you can kind of see it from the bottom, but get that all together. There we go. Fits great. Okay, shouldn't be any problem getting paint in there. Let's go ahead and glue this in. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. I hope. Boy, that's a lot of little pulleys and stuff. And then, of course, this is our fifth wheel, which will remain separate, so we can pose things. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, guys. It's been right around 30 minutes. I think I'm going to call it good for today. I don't have any more parts prepared anyway. We could just double check. This is going to go like this. Yeah, I think the drive shaft is going to point exactly where it needs to point. Excuse me. Lots and lots of pieces. I'll put some more pictures up at the end. But you guys all have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.